back to Questioning Sense with me, Matt. Sorry we've not put anything out for a little while. Basically, my household has come down with a series of rather heavy colds, so it's been pretty much impossible. I mean, try reviewing perfume when you've got a stinking cold. It's not much fun, and it's pretty much impossible. Obviously, you can't smell anything, and then it becomes quite tricky. So, anywho, we are back. We've got a lot to get through, and we're going to start today with this, which is called Tuscan King, and it's from Alexandria Fragrances. Rich actually bought this. This is his bottle, and he sent it out for me to review. It's one he really likes because it combines two of his favourite fragrances, which is Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather and Creed's Aventus. Now, we haven't really reviewed that many clones on Questioning Sense, which is quite strange because we do wear them. We're certainly not snobs, and I've got nothing against clone houses at all. I think they often, they fulfil a role, especially when it comes to fragrances like Aventus, where it's so hit and miss. I think it's pretty much fair game on open season for everyone to have a crack at it. But this Tuscan King, I mean, Alexandria Fragrances have been around for quite a while. This is the only one of theirs that I've actually tried, to be honest. I haven't got any fragrances from Alexandria. I don't really know why. Generally when I buy them, I tend to go to one house, and I tend to get most of my clones from the same people. And when I'm buying clones, I tend to get cheap ones because for me to buy a clone, it's normally to spend some time with the fragrance before I then buy the real one. Or, if the real one has got terrible performance, then I'll look for a clone. But generally speaking, I'll try and stick with originals. But I do wear clones, especially for work and stuff like that, and especially if they're cheap and good, which are two of my sort of main criteria in clones. Now, Alexandria have been around for quite a while. I don't know exactly from when, and they have an excellent reputation within the industry for making very good quality clones, and also their presentation is pretty cool too. They they take a bit of time about it, and they're not just sort of making stuff up to sell it straight away to eke out a living. They're actually bringing some professionalism to the clones. Rich has got a few, and he's very keen on them. So I was really looking forward to trying this because it's a good thing. It's a good blend. A lot of people love it. It's taking Creed's Aventus and it's taking Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, and it's put them together to make a fragrance in its own right. This has been born of lots of people being big fans of layering the two together. So when this came, before I actually tried the Alexandria version, I had a couple of goes at making making the layer itself. So I did it first off with my batch of Aventus. Don't ask me which one because it was a decant. So I used that, and I used Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, the real one, and I tried it. I tried laying Aventus first and then Tuscan Leather on top, and then I tried doing it the other way around with Tuscan Leather on first and then Aventus on top. And then I tried it again using a perfume parlour clone of Tuscan Leather and Armaf's Club de Nuit, and again the Tuscan Leather first, the Aventus clone on top, and then the other way around, to try and see how it works. And what happened pretty much every time I did it, all that happened was I got a slightly different smelling Tuscan Leather. The Tuscan Leather to me was a very powerful, potent scent, and it kind of dominated this layering. Now, it is a popular thing, so maybe I've been doing it wrong. So I thought, right, let's have a look at the experts and see how they've done it. I am wearing it at the moment, and what we'll do is we'll spray it again for the purposes of the review. So here we go. Now, there is a pineapple on there, which obviously depicts the Aventus, and it's quite interesting because straight off you do get a little bit of an alcohol-y smell, but it's nice. The pineapple comes to the fore quite quickly, and then as you wear it, the Aventus kind of leaps ahead, and then Tuscan Leather reels it in and starts to dominate the fragrance. And I thought that's how much, pretty much how it was going to be. It was going to be like wearing Tuscan Leather with a little bit of pineapple sprinkled on top. And that's not how it plays out, actually. Tuscan Leather is more dominant in this, and it has to be because it's a much heavier fragrance. And that's one of the reasons why I was always quite curious about this combination of layering, because Tuscan Leather is a lot more powerful than Aventus. It's a stronger scent, it's a heavier scent, it projects much more, and it's quite a dominant scent. So when I was wearing this, that's kind of exactly what I thought would happen. you get the pineapple, and then Tuscan leather makes an appearance. The pineapple seems to kind of replace that raspberry note you get in Tuscan leather, and also that alleged smell of cocaine that Tuscan leather is quite famous for doesn't really make an appearance here. But what this has done, it's really made me want to try Alexandria's version of Tuscan leather, because the Tuscan leather smells spot on, minus the awful cocaine, well, not awful, minus that alleged cocaine note. But what happens as well, which really surprised me, is about an hour in, Aventus starts to come back into play, and I wasn't expecting that at all. I kind of thought it was going to be quite linear, and it would just stay like Tuscan leather, like a citrusy Tuscan leather, but it doesn't. The Aventus actually does come back, and it's quite nice. I'm a big fan of UFC and MMA in general, and this is quite funny because you've got two quite powerful fragrances having a right old tussle. And it's like, you know, the Tuscan leather's getting the upper hand, but then, you know, the Aventus clone within this sort of fights its way out and makes its appearance, and then ultimately it loses out to the Tuscan leather, because this does slowly become more and more Tuscan leather like. Performance-wise, I was also surprised, pleasantly, excellent. Really, really good projection to start off with. I mean, Creed's Aventus for me has not the greatest of performance. Some batches I've had seem to be quite loud, and others are quite soft, but none of them have ever really had much in the way of longevity. Whereas every sample, every decant of Tuscan leather I've had has been an absolute belter. And I would expect Tuscan to sort of belt out and the Aventus to not quite be so present. But the way this works is really, really good. The performance is excellent. As I say, the Aventus disappears, comes back, disappears, comes back. And it makes a really nice blend. It's a really, really interesting, an interesting wear. And if you're doing the layering yourself, there's no need anymore. Seriously, Rich will put up the pricing and links and stuff like that to Alexandria Fragrances. These guys have done it for you, and they've done it. Certainly, they've done a better job of it than I have. You know, when I've tried layering it, it's been all right, but it's not gone well. It's not gone brilliantly. And this is all done for you. I think this is a great idea, and it kind of, I don't know, I think there's a place in the market for this sort of thing. Now, I know that there's quite a few well-known blends out there that people have layered with, and this obviously is one of the you know, the more popular ones. But if you've got a nice bottle of Aventus, or if you've got a bottle of Aventus and you've got a lovely bottle of Tuscan leather, and you do like doing the layering, stop it. Just get yourself a bottle of this, and then you can keep your two fragrances for, you know, wearing as fragrances, and you don't need to muck about with them like that. You can just get it in one hit from here. I do now really want to try some more from Alexandria. I think they've done a great job of that. Really, really good. Really well, really good performance. It smells nice. I don't think it's going to be a massive compliment getter for you, and that's purely because I don't find Tuscan leather gets that much in the way of compliments, and it is, you know, ultimately the Aventus does come in and out, but Tuscan leather is the dominant smell that you're going to get from this. And I personally, I mean, maybe you've had different experiences to me, but I don't find Tuscan leather as particularly good for compliments. If you're interested in compliments, it's not, you know, it's not a fragrance, it's designed for that. I think it's one for the wearer. Any age can wear this. Any sex can wear this. Obviously, it's going to lean a little masculine because the Tuscan leather is quite, you know, the important side of it. But anyone can wear it, any age can wear it, and it's a good fun frag. It lasts a good 7 or 8 hours with good projection to start off with. It might actually last a bit longer than that, because although my sense of smell has come back, it's not probably as finely tuned as it could be. So it could well last a lot longer than I think it does. But I would say certainly you're guaranteed a good 7 hours performance on it. As I say, good projection to start off with. Not too sure about the sillage. It's projecting well, so I'm assuming that there's a fair scent trail. There might not be, but I'm pretty sure there are. If it's kicking out, I'm sure it's going to leave some stuff in the air for the people around you to enjoy. But all in all, a really, really good effort there from Alexandria Fragrances. Very impressed with that, and I wasn't expecting to be. Not because I've got anything against Alexandria Fragrances, I haven't. It's just purely because I hadn't tried any of their stuff before. So really, really surprised. I think, I'm not entirely sure how much this costs because I haven't bought it. As I say, Richard has. He will put the prices up for it and obviously any links. Now, I know that this is an American company, but they do have a UK presence as well, and you can order from them from the States and from the UK, and I think worldwide, to be honest. But all that will, we'll put a link up so you can have a look and explore. I highly recommend it, and it's well worth a look. If you're a fan of these two fragrances, if you don't like Aventus and you don't like Tuscan leather, you're going to hate this. But you would probably know that before you started. So anyway, listen, thank you very much for your time. Sorry we haven't put anything up for a little while, but as I say, I have been sick and I have got a note from my mum. So all is good. We're back up and running with plenty more reviews to come. So we will see you soon. Thank you very much for your time, and bye!